Hey, Ice Cap.
Whee!
Whee! Okay, go.
But yeah, Knuckles, I like him fairly a bit. I do agree that there are some moments, like particularly in what I want to call the Dark Age of Sonic, but a lot of people seem to heavily disagree with that notion nowadays.
What age?
Basically the age,
Sonic?
Shadow and 06 and whatnot.
Sonic? Oh, Tails!
What am I doing, Sonic?
You guys okay in there? Okay, there you go. Okay, so
Tails
basically
jumping
what I
out.
was saying is that, like,
Sorry.
I do agree that, like, it got to a point where Knuckles' inclusion in the games started to get a little bit dicey. Like, he would just, like he would just sometimes be just kind of considered an afterthought in a lot of stuff. Like, when it comes to stuff like spin-offs like the Rider series, it's fine, but whenever it's, like, main games, it's like, don't you have an island to guard? But then it's like, over the years, like, I definitely grown a bit more fondness to Knuckles, to a point where I would honestly consider him to be probably one of my favorite characters. I think what really helped a lot was whenever I would read... keep in mind, like, when I say... I'm about to say the comics, but when I say the comics, I more so mean, like, post-reboot Archie and what they're currently doing with IDW. Like, those in particular, I think have a pretty solid characterization for Knuckles.
I think that. Yeah, I think that's true. Because I guess we mentioned the echidna thing. That's also been a kind of a infamous point of contention with the comics, was the echidnas.
Yeah.
Pretty much any echidna that didn't come from Adventure 1 is basically a hot-button topic.
Yeah, especially because of a certain hotshot author for Sonic Archie that thinks that he still owns the rights to the Echidna tribe and created them in the first place.
Which,
No, you didn't.
That was Sonic Adventure 1. Then introduced the concept of more than one echidna, and I mean, just any rate, any get.
And don't even get me started on Dark Brotherhood.
The sad thing is,
That's
technically, we can say his name, Ken Penders. Technically, yes, he did create the idea of the Echidna tribe, but it's the fact that they did introduce it eventually into Sonic Adventure and all that, introduce it into the Sonic canon, and because of that, he has no rights into those echidnas and all that.
Even then, it's also a matter of, like, not even just them. Shouldn't Sega already have some leeway with echidnas in general, considering Knuckles himself was an echidna?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, by proxy, that should allow them full reign over the race.
Yeah.
At least as portrayed by Sonic, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's just that somehow Penders always kept getting the upper hand, and even now is like trying to make his own hot take of his old concepts, which to this day he
Still
hasn't
does.
finished.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's no way in hell his whole Lara Sue Chronicles thing's ever gonna get finished.
Let's just all admit, Penders is a dumbass.
he kind of is. But on that note, yeah, I really like Knuckles. I do, as far as like Boom Knuckles goes. Well,
Big
I know I already gave
Isidus.
Wow. Also, you said that really close to the mic.
Sorry.
Ouch.
Whoops.
But yeah, I generally like Knuckles. Like, I would say he's probably up there with Sonic and Eggman themselves as some of my favorite characters. Like, maybe not in the top two, but definitely up there with the likes of, like, it'd be like him, Sonic, Knuckles, Silver, and Omega. Oh, and Tank.
okay.
Really.
Right, makes sense. Yay!
Now, for those of you that were getting a little pissy at me for choosing that song over the other, rest assured, I didn't forget about you guys.
Sad thing is, I can't even hear any of it.
Did you check to see if did you check to see if your screen share is muted?
Oh, it is? I just don't care.
I can hear it.
Cap
I just don't
song.
want to.
And I'll admit, this was, in terms of music from Sonic 3, this is to me one of the most memorable tracks, even above A Sky Sanctuary. As far as Generations was concerned with its coverage. But
My only real problem with the song, like, it is a great song, don't get me wrong. It's just a little repetitive for its own sake.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's true. It's not as long, but this version here sounds a little bit more
Peppier?
yeah, like it has a little more variety to it than I've usually heard in like captures of it, like different not instrumentation, but it's like, oh, I guess we can talk about that. Doesn't Sonic A.I.R have like a slightly remixed like composition for some of the songs if you so choose?
Sort of. Basically what the game does is that, and I think I briefly showed it off in the options, that you can change if you want to stick, like, have the sound quality be exactly like that of the Genesis, or have it more remixed in the same vein as, again, like the attachment ports, where they actually did go out of their way to recompose everything with little to no, what's the word, compression?
That is, those kind of remixes are really interesting to me. The what is your new soundtrack or 8-bit sound? What does he call that? It's when it's like hang on, I'm looking it up right now real quick because I know there's a word for it. Hang on.
Custom remix.
While we fight
Freezer
Mobile.
Behold my Freezer Mobile!
Okay, that's what
It'll chill you to the bone.
And it'll keep my
Tails!
Oh,
You jerk!
Tails.
That's my money you just froze!
That's my
Oh,
job.
you're gonna get it now. But I was about to say, like, the Freezer Mobile. It'll
Oh,
freeze
nice
you
job,
to the
Tails.
bone, and it'll keep my milk cold.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
milk.
good revenge there, Good revenge there, Tails.
Well, so much for keeping my egg shakes frosted.
Aw. But yeah, no, and I notice here, okay, now I remember. It's no console limitations, like, edits, where, like, you could see, where they try to do it, oh.
Launch base zone.
Well,
What
this
a-
is a lot more peppy than I remember at a launch base, and honestly, I think I kind of like this a little more than the original
It's
song.
a little peppy, a little triumphant.
Just, yeah, no, again, like, just, the prototype really does, like, really bring a lot of insight into Sonic 3's development. Like, the fact that those weird songs you thought were just made for the sake of the MIDI stuff because of the Michael Jackson controversy. No, this is how it was always meant to be. It's just that, you know, when Mike Jackson signed off on the deal, he did add in his own compositions, and just in the nick of time, too, considering that the prototype, from what I remember, was like late '93, just a month or two before the game actually released.
Oh goodness!
Ooh.
Wow. So I mean,
Yeah, no, it was very late in.
which I guess that explains why the prototype versions of the song do still feel so complete. Then.
Yeah, and actually another thing about the prototype is that back then, like this sprite of Sonic you see here, it was originally it didn't even exist. They were still going with the Sonic 2 sprites, so much so that even Knuckles had a quote unquote Sonic 2ified look to him. And
You
it
know
looks
what?
so weird looking back.
You know what? I'm really curious.
What the hell?
Do you think? Oh, whoa.
Jeez.
I wonder if anyone's ever done a mod of Knuckles in Sonic 2 where they did use the Sonic 2ified Knuckles sprites.
That'd be cool. Except the only like sprites of prototype Knuckles that we've seen is him literally just holding his hand out like, "Yo, Sonic, gotta pay the piper. Come on,
Come on,
don't leave a bro hanging." Actually, there was one meme I remember back when that whole thing was conceived. It got me. It was so fucking hysterical, just
Wow.
the way it was presented
What's up?
out. Again, with those sprites in mind, it's like, listen, bro, I know you gotta. I forget how it exactly is played up. It's like, okay, you know what, bro? I know you love doing this, but we gotta stop.
Okay, look, I understand. You gotta go fast, it's your mantra, but you can't just go through life blazing forward blindly. You gotta slow down sometimes. You gotta think about things.
I like that.
Again, it's just the hand posture in general that sells it. Like right when he says, "Now, but you really gotta stop." That's when he's like holding his hands out. It's like, stop.
He's like, hold up, dude. Hold up, time out. But
I would like honestly, if I can find it, I'll definitely splice it into the video because it works so well.
okay. I guess what we can also talk about now, real quick, is this would technically be the last stage of Sonic 3, wouldn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is the final zone of Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Whoa.
It's basically them trying to stop the recreation of the Death Egg.
Gotcha.
Well, the recreation's already finished. It's more so the matter. It's about ready for liftoff.
Oh, we're trying to stop it in its tracks. Which, yeah, now I think about it, I don't know if I'm misremembering something compared to Sonic 2, but if this was really it, I feel like Sonic 3 was a lot shorter than Sonic 2, or at least it felt shorter.
Not
It
that.
A little shorter, but not by too much. Again, it was always planned to be double the size of Sonic 2. It's just that Sega pressure, like the time frame they wanted Sonic Team to release the game just wasn't enough to finish it all.
Right, which is why they between 3 and Knuckles they had the they had the what was it? They had the
Oh,
two-
speaking of Knuckles,
Oh, hey Knuckles.
Whoop! Wow.
Missed. Oh.
Did I?
No, it was on purpose because he's gonna take us down with the building.
I swear.
I'm
I feel
okay.
like with all these traps, I swear that by the next one, he's just gonna be there with a gun. Like, okay, this isn't working with just me pushing buttons anymore.
I don't even know what a
honestly-
gun is.
Yeah. No. Like have one of those ancient pea shooters.
I don't.
Oh, so ancient pea shooter, so just like a straw with like a spitball in it.
You know what you're making me think of, Hype? Also, sorry,
What's
hang
up?
on. Jordy, Matt, you guys have anything to add on with all this talk about Sonic 3 and
Yeah,
Sonic Knuckles'
we
additions?
want you two to talk.
I mean, I don't really have much to say, and actually, I was going to ask how much of this is left.
Oh, we
this is-
already are-
This is technically the last zone of Sonic 3, so after this we'll stop the session.
Right, since this will be like we'll be halfway through the big collection.
Okay.
And Matt,
you, Matt?
What was the question? One more
Are
time.
you playing Resident Evil again?
Not Resident Evil, no.
But we just want you two to talk.
No.
I just don't want you to think that we're
No.
not.
What
Oh,
was the
bonus time.
question again, though?
Oh, just your thoughts on like now that we're getting to the end of the Sonic 3 portion of Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I do like the game. I have been watching, by the way. Don't worry. I
Alright.
do like the game. I think it's great. I have more nostalgia for Sonic 2, but I understand why a lot of people consider 3 the best.
That's fair. And I definitely will say, considering Sonic 2 was my first game, it's just that... And it was also the one Sonic game, aside from Sonic 1, I had a little more exposure to, where Sonic 3 was literally like that gem in the rough.
Right. Oh, nice.
Now, that being said, with the second half of the collection, Sonic and Knuckles, I didn't get to experience that until the Mega Collection. And was a little bummed to find that game in particular, well, understandably so, didn't have a save feature.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
It's because they were really banking on you having Sonic 3 on your person as well, so you could lock the two in place and play it, as if it was the full experience.
Yeah. Also, sorry, the thing I was mentioning earlier, Hype, the thing that I just now was thinking of with having Knuckles not know what a gun was, I don't know why it made me think of that exchange, and I could see it working with Knuckles is, Spider Noir with the Rubik's Cube?
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know, at the very end, like, Knuckles just holding up a gun, like, I don't know what this is, but I will find out, or something like that.
Oh yeah, I
That's
remember
fun.
that.
I'm taking this with me, by the way, as he says to Shadow. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is, but I'm taking this with me. By the way, who are you?
Actually, my thought process when we were bringing up something with Knuckles with one of those ancient straw pea shooters is like, this is a memento from my friend the tromboner.
Actually, yeah, I could see them. I could see them being island neighbors. They each got their thing to protect. So DK and Knuckles just have silent.
Hold on a moment. I
What's
just realized something. I don't think we brought this up already, but we forgot to mention. Did you know that the island that we're on is supposed to be floating?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
That is the
yeah,
Angel
island.
Island.
Except I gotta be honest and say, wait a minute. When we were flying to the place on a plane, it almost looked like there was a beach, unless I was just misinterpreting parallaxing of the sprites or something.
Oh no! You're not wrong, because by the events of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it accidentally got submerged because of the sudden landing that Eggman had to make.
Oh, it's just like so that's what made the island crash land. Which
Yeah, so
fortunately-
basically-
I mean,
I'm
let's think about this rationally. A giant honkin'-looking metallic
Death
egg-shaped space vessel, literally the size of an island, or just roughly the size of an island, crash lands on an island in the sky. You expect it to keep floating up there?
I will admit.
Yeah, I
was
just
always
imagine that-
running- Go ahead.
I'm imagining that, like, the impact of it was so devil name intense that it was just enough to kind of, like, knock the Master Emerald off of its, like, little holster of the shrine and cause the island to fall, because that, just as a reminder, that the Master Emerald is also the thing that is keeping Angel
real quick.
Island afloat.
Hi, real quick. Something I guess we should have brought up way earlier, but there are certain pathways that Sonic and Tails cannot pass through.
Yeah, only Knuckles can.
Correct.
Because those blocks are too tough for us. But I will say.
That's your major incentive for playing both scenarios.
But I was gonna say as well that like, I was also gonna say that like, yeah, I thought the only thing that could make Angel Island fall was its power source being taken away. Oh look, it's the ball shooter.
Ooh. What do you think of the ball shooter?
I say we're gonna. Oh
baller.
jeez, it's a lot bigger than I thought.
That's
It's a load of balls!
Die. Oh, Jesus, an Eggman.
Truer
fall.
words
look,
couldn't
hurry.
be spoken.
Oh, snap!
Oh,
It's ours.
Joyride!
Bye, Tails.
See you, Sonic! I'm not gonna fall into water this time like a dope!
Oh, Knuckles.
Oh, not just.
Out of my way.
So we meet again.
No.
Hey. Oh.
What?
Oh,
Come on! And I just put on my good socks!
Yeah, this is what you get for trusting Eggman, you dope.
Another thing about Sonic 3 Air, by the way, because it's not following the similar limitations to that of the Sega Genesis, Knuckles' socks will always be green, no matter if you're playing as him or if you're playing as Sonic.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Also, yeah, crap, we're too late and this thing is already launching up for the Death Egg.
Yep. Though thankfully, this thing has enough juice in it for Sonic to make a hasty landing.
Yep, over here.
This should do it. Time to beat the game.
The first half, anyway.
Legitimately or no?
Beam rockets.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna have to do legitimately now!
whoop.
One thing that I will admit is a bit of a bummer. I don't know if it's fixed, but considering we're playing both 3 and Knuckles, like, combined, we're gonna miss out on a end boss that's exclusive to 3.
Oh.
Okay, so that is actually something that Sonic 3 Air does change for the better. They fixed that.
Oh, so
Oh,
we will
neat.
get to fight Big Arm.
Correct.
Which has one of my favorite songs, especially in Generations 3DS. Holy crap. Here it
Glad to
comes.
see it.
Don't think I'm finished just yet, Sonic.
Kick it.
I'm gonna think you are.
I'd like to give you a hand.
Whoop.
Meet Big
Oh.
Arms. Which, again, look, please, I assure you, this is great here, but I assure you, look up the Sonic Generations cover of Big Arms. It is incredible.
There's that, and I'll also give a special mention to the prototype because, ironically, it actually has more instruments in that one than the original, than the one that ended up in the release.
Oh, is that what
Whoops.
we're hearing right now, or is this the original?
No, I think this is still the original.
Okay, okay.
They don't have anything for the big, which I mean, there's not enough of a difference to really do that. It's just that it's one of those things you'd have to look up yourself.
Yeah.
It's just such a good song. I like
Dude.
this bit. Though I
That's
guess, though I guess I had to back up. If I were to back up right away in terms of like the melodies of 3 and 2 are, oh, this is so cool. The melodies are so catchy, but I do think still that in terms of the instrumentation, I do think Sonic CD with the power of the Sega CD has the best soundtrack like of the original.
Agreed, very much so.
Yep.
But melody wise, these songs all slap.
Yeah. What?
I mean,
Matt,
sorry, go ahead.
Matt and Jordan, do you have any thoughts on like which soundtrack from the trilogy you guys like?
I mean, I haven't heard much of the third one. I like a little bit of the first one, and a little bit of the second one. So,
I'll
yeah.
just say Michael Jackson makes great music, so
Yeah.
Yes!
yeah. And one thing I will say though is my favorite song in the whole my favorite. I know a lot of people like this boss theme, stuff like that. My favorite boss theme will still always be it's a terrible boss,
What's going
but
on?
a great theme. The Knuckles boss from Sonic Advance 2.
Oh yeah, that was
that one's a pretty good
Hey
theme.
James, what's going on now? Shouldn't the game be ending?
Yeah. Why aren't we stopping the death deck right now?
Why are we?
well because we technically we did. We just halted its launch sequence.
But
Unfortunately, we are still falling.
Oh yeah, we should probably fix that, Tails.
Tails is like hey Tails. Yes, Sonic. We're still falling, aren't we? Yeah, Sonic.
Yes, we are.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sonic and Knuckles portion of our Sonic 3 Air playthrough. But that will have to be for another time.
Oh boy, that was a
We
good.
still have all
session.
7 Chaos Emeralds in tow, so that should more or less guarantee us the good ending.
Yay!
Though that being said, now that we're in the Knuckles portion of the game, we now have access to a bonus incentives if we so choose. So see you all next time for said incentive.
I'll get the maps ready.
Good night.
What's an incentive?